should have got some flying sounds here today, but we are here at Sharp Facets Gallery, and we're going to be talking about something that is truly spectacular here today. Yes, we are going to have an Aviation Expo on June 22nd out there at the Greenwood Airport. And today, to talk about it, I have Stan Stockman and Doug Vess. They are flying enthusiasts. That's right. Do you ever get in real planes, or is it just the radio-controlled ones here, Stan?
We do both.
We do both.
We do real airplanes, and well, all of them's real airplanes, but we do big airplanes and we do small ones.
How about that? Well, I know this has been exciting, Stan, to pull this all together. I know it's also been a little hair-raising as you've been pulling this together. We're so glad to be able to get you all on the radio here to talk to us about this, because last year's Expo was truly phenomenal, the turnout, and everybody had a great time. And I know after that you were thinking we ought to make this bigger.
We ought to make it bigger. We want to make, everything just a little bit bigger. We didn't want to go too much because we didn't want to get it out of our hands, but we may have done that because we've added a lot of new things, so it may be out of our hands now.
Well, I think it's going to be the last weekend of the Flower Festival, so that is phenomenal right there. Now, we're going to talk about all the different aspects here, but we got to tell everybody a little bit about the Aviation Expo show. Now, I've just been talking to you about who and what is going to happen. Doug, how are you doing today?
Doing great today, thank you.
I'm telling you, you got a nice radio voice here. Doug, where are you from originally?
I'm from Greenwood.
From Greenwood.
Yeah.
And you also are big into radio-controlled cars. Autos. Planes.
Yes, the flyers.
Flyers.
Yeah, I've pretty much been doing it for about 30 years, and all I've been interested is airplanes or things that fly. Just now starting to learn and figure out helicopters.
Helicopters?
Yes.
As radio-controlled?
Yes.
Wow. Now that's a bit phenomenal, isn't it?
It's an interesting machine. It really is.
One of the things that impresses me about the radio-controlled planes, I'm on autopilot here today, planes, is the fact that they can be so big.
Yes. We have models that go into the 40 and 50% range, which is half the size of the full-scale aircraft.
Yeah, that is phenomenal. When you see them flying out there, you're almost thinking, is it real? Is it real? Is it carrying passengers, or is it capable of it? Yeah.
Right.
I bet it's a hobby. It's a very expensive hobby, though. Is it, Stan?
Well, it's just like any other hobby. You can make it cost you what you want to make it cost you. You can spend all your money, and that's what most people do. They spend all the money they can on their hobby. And yes, it can get expensive. And to add to what I was talking about, do you know whether it's real or fake? Most of the movies, most of your crash, most of your big scenes use remote control models, and you use a larger scale, so it does really look real. You can't hardly tell the difference in them.
Yeah, when you look at it from a distance, you can't tell how big it is because you don't have a perspective on the distance.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Well, now, Stan, I understand you competed in a Masters aerobatic contest from, 1998 to 2005?
Yes, the Masters was held up here in Greenville, South Carolina, and it was held at a private estate, but they, the last year we competed, they had over $100,000 prize money. And
that's big money, honey.
It really did, and I spent a lot of my life and a lot of my time dedicating to competition aerobatics, and I've made a big friend base with aviation through both models and the full-scale airplanes. But I competed. I loved the aerobatics, and I competed with some of the top names in the world. Now, I wasn't good enough to win or to get in the prize money, but you know what? It was a lot of fun. It taught me a lot of things, and it let me enjoy my love of aviation. So,
how do you feel when you're? I just got to ask, since I've never done this, but how do you feel when you have your hand on the control and you're watching your plane up in the air? Do you feel like you're actually in the plane? I got to ask this, Doug.
Yes and no. You really enjoy the aspects of what the aircraft is capable of doing, and the fact that you're able to make it do it, and to make the airplane appear to be a real airplane. You know, that's the entire goal, is to be able to fly my model as well, if not better, than the full-scale pilots.
Mm-hmm. Well, and I love it when they come in and they land and they just come across the grass, just kind of bouncing a little bit, coming across the grass. I think that's fabulous too.
Yeah, we really enjoy our hobby, and we spend a lot of time trying to perfect it.
And we actually have a radio-controlled airplane group right here, don't you?
Yes, it's the Emerald City Radio Control Club.
And where do you meet?
We have a field out there that we lease from the county. It's right beside the landfill on Siloam Church Road.
Interesting place, isn't it, to have?
Yes, it is. But we've been there since '96, and we have a large runway. Our runway is almost 700 feet long and 125 feet wide, and it's a grass strip, and we really enjoy our place up there.
Now, do you have regular meetings? I mean, if somebody wants to come out and see y'all, how does this work?
Anytime the gates are open, the public is welcome.
Okay. Do you have any specific meetings that you have, or times where you fly?
We fly generally every Saturday and Sunday.
Okay.
And then we've got a few guys that, depending on their work schedule, it allows them to go out sometimes during the week, but usually it's just one or two folk. But the main body of the flying happens on the weekends.
Now, what do you have to do if you want to come out and be part of this? Or what if you want to learn how to fly radio-controlled airplanes?
Come out to the field, see us, talk to me. I do a good bit of the instructing out at the club. I've taught a good number of people to fly. We really love our hobby. We can tell you what equipment is the correct equipment to have. There's a whole multitude of products out there, but we can lead you in the right direction so that all your money is well spent, and then we can help you protect your equipment.
Yeah, that is one of the things, isn't it, Stan? I mean, you can have a crash and just destroy it.
Well, you would think, well, you know, a lot of people walk up and they'll say, well, how much is in that airplane? Well, you spit out a number, whatever it may be. And they think, well, if it crashes, all that's junk. But that's not right. You know, with models, you can reuse the motor, you can reuse parts of it, and so therefore.
Do you end up building it yourself?
They have it both ways, and that's all up to each person that enjoys models. Some people will buy them already built and complete, and they just kind of put their stuff in it and go. And then you have some people that stick build and spend months building them. I mean, there's people that spend years building scale models of the real counterpart, and so it could do that. Yeah.
You know, that's like, it's almost like it's an undercurrent here, right? That there is all these people. How many people are members out there?
We have 37 active members right now.
37 active, and I'll bet you have people that come and go that aren't really members.
Right. Yeah, we have visitors from other clubs and that sort of thing.
Do you have fly-ins?
Oh, yes.
Just like you do with the regular planes?
Oh, yes. We do 2, 3, sometimes 4 a year. And we generally try to raise money for the Bauer Rogers children at the end of the year.
Cause.
We do toys for tots and that sort of thing. And we have a good time.
You need to let me know so I can put that out there on the radio.
Will do.
We'll make sure we get those words out there. But, you know, all this conversation has led up to something that is truly fascinating that they're going to have. Yes, we're going to have a real air show, folks. So I tell you what, we're going to hear a quick word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to be having a good time talking about flying here, so don't you go away. All right, we're back here at Sharp Facets Gallery on the 72 bypass. Yes, it's Meet Me at the Diner. Yes, I'm excited because I finally got these guys on the air with me, and I have wanted to talk about this Aviation Expo going on the 22nd of June. We have Doug Vess with us and Stan Stockman. They have oodles of things going on. Now, we're going to talk about all the things going on all day long, but I thought we really should get to the part that happens at 2 o'clock. Yes, it's an air show. 2 o'clock the air show starts. Now you are going to have Gary Ward here. He is, what should we say, world famous?
World famous. He's big, world renowned, because he's known up throughout the air show circuit, and he's surprisingly he's about 70 years old, and
70. Wow.
And he is truly amazing with some of the flying that he does. You can't believe an airplane will do what he makes it do.
Now, where does he live?
He lives in Lincolnton, Georgia, so he's kind of a
Local
hometown
guy.
boy.
Yes, absolutely.
He's there's a lot of people. Tommy Butler is
I know Tommy.
Tommy
Butler
Butler,
Automotive.
Butler's Automotive. Tommy started out, and I think Tommy got, well, Gary told me several times that Tommy got him started. And Tommy was amazing when he was flying, with the airplanes. And then Gary just, I think he set Gary on fire, and Gary just never flown up. I mean, he just went at it really hard, and he has done a fabulous job, and he's known everywhere. He goes and does all the great big air shows that, that the famous people go to. He's
Yes.
right there with them. He's in the top 5 of the air show performers in the world.
Wow.
So,
And they've had a couple of horrific accidents in the last couple of years that were huge.
yes, and we don't like to talk about that.
I know, but I'm just saying
Yes,
of somebody,
it is.
as far as
Right.
doing that type of thing, there
Right.
have been a couple of big accidents in the last couple of years that are kind of, have made them rethink some of the things that they're doing.
It is, and Gary's got a special airplane. It was specially designed for the air show circuit, and it's light, it's fast, it's got a big motor on it, and it allows.
Would you tell me it was made of carbon?
It's made of carbon fiber,
Right.
and it's the only two-place airplane like that in the world. They made it especially for him, and I think they was going to make it in production, but the economy has slowed down to keep people from buying airplanes like they used to, and so it's
Well,
they kind of stopped making it.
Sure. Well, Stan, I understand that this was really your baby to bring this all together here to Greenwood. It is phenomenal to be bringing a true air show right here to Greenwood, South Carolina.
Well, there's been other air shows here, and there's a group of us. It's not just me. It's a group of us that's put this together. We started out with a smaller group last year. They worked tirelessly to get that done, and it was, like I say, it's about 3 times bigger than we expected. But they did a great job. I mean, that's just to pat every one of them on the back. And then this year, basically the same thing. We said, well, we need to increase our things. Well, when we start doing this and this and this, and next thing you know, out comes an air show. And we thought that was really a big step, and it was. It was a big step, and it's going to be still a major undertaking for our group. But we're excited. I mean, you just don't know. We're very elated to the fact that, man, this is going to be great, and something.
To have one of the top airs
Right.
doing aerobatics and everything out there, Gary Ward. Now, you also have another top-notch flyer fighter person that'll be here, correct?
Greg Cannell.
Right.
Greg Cannell, he's also almost a local fella. He's I think his actual address is Trenton or North Augusta. He's from North Augusta, South Carolina, and he both of them's got a paint job that are amazing. If you don't do nothing else, if you can't make the air show, at least come out there. I mean, we got things going on all day, but just to even look at these airplanes, they're beautiful pieces of work. So, Greg flies a biplane, and Greg kind of got started after, he's kind of like the rest of us. He saw Gary perform, saw Tommy perform, then saw Gary perform, and the next thing you know, Greg's in the air show circuit, and he's done well himself. He's truly, both of them are good pilots, and they spend a lot of times perfecting, and they're both very, very safe. So,
Well, this is going to be exciting. But not only are you going to have that, but you're going to have parachute jumpers there too.
Right. We got a group, I think most of them from Anderson, I think one of them may be from Columbia, but they're going to come in, and this is at 2 o'clock, we're starting the air show. What we'll do is we'll have a little award ceremony just before that kind of recognizes some of the car show people and things like that. And then we'll have a prayer. We'll play the national anthem, and then the air show will start. And when they start the national anthem, one of the jumpers will have a huge. I think he said 5,000 feet. I don't know that thing. 5,000 square foot flag is huge, and I think Gary's going to circle him around with the smoke on, and it's.
You can't miss this show. You cannot miss this show, folks. If you're listening here today, you got to put it on the calendar. June 22nd. The air show starts at 2, but they start this whole program at 9 o'clock in the morning. But this is going to be phenomenal. And not only that, you've got the aerobatics, but you're going to actually at 1 o'clock have a recognition ceremony for some of our pilots, helicopter and plane. We've got 2 Vietnam veterans and 2 World War II veterans that are going to be honored. Dr. William T. Rice was a World War II veteran, and John Nave. And then 2 Vietnam veterans. Chuck Drake, have interviewed him many times, helicopter pilot for for Vietnam War, and then David Andrews. So this is going to be huge, and what a nice way to honor these pilots.
Well, we can't thank our servicemen enough for the freedom that we have, and so, just to honor them enough, just to say thank you, is a big deal to us. Yes, we're very patriotic, and we do love our country, and we do appreciate the job that they've done to give us freedom. So our freedom's for us to be able to have an air show. It's just amazing that those people, they've given, put their lives on the hand many times. So yes, I want to honor them. I want to thank them, and like I say, it's a big thing for us.
Yes, and I've sat down and talked to Chuck Drake about the shootings, and as they're shooting them in the rice paddies there and trying to get the helicopter out of there. There were some very hair-raising experiences that I'm sure all these men could have told and still can tell for those that are still with us.
Now, we're supposed to have a helicopter now, a Cobra helicopter. We was trying to get a Huey helicopter up here to be able to fly around, just like, I imagine, like what he flew. I don't know exactly which model he flew, but
it was a Huey, yeah.
But see, if we had that would be really great. But you can't always get everything, and you know what?
There's a song about that. You can't always get what you want, but you can come close.
We're trying.
So you're going to have a Cobra up here.
We're having a Cobra up here to be on display. And we have contacted another group that will possibly give some helicopter rides. It's not confirmed yet, so I don't want to say that this is happening, but we're trying. And like I say, even down to the last minute, things change. But hey, we're dealing with it, and this is our first year, so I'm sure a lot of things change for us between this year and next year. But it's really been exciting to try to figure out what we can do. Because this is something we hadn't done, and we hadn't seen in Greenwood in some number of years. I don't know when the last air show was here, but I would gander to think it's pretty close to 30 years.
Now, one of the things that always happens is somebody's going to call and say, we have an airport right here in Greenwood. It's not a well-known fact, even though it is a beautiful facility out there. But where exactly is the airport? Doug, can you tell us where the airport is? No? Okay. Stan, can you tell us where the airport is?
Well, it's right at the end of Northside Drive. If you're trying to put it on your GPS, it's 322 Terminal Road in Greenwood. Rossi Corwin's our airport manager. Rossi became the airport manager, I don't know, 3 years ago or so. That's a guess. But she's
an engineer.
She's an engineer, but she loves aviation. She has done well. She's trying to make the airport. She's doing a lot of good things with this airport. She and I have worked real hard on this event together. I mean, I know that it was said a while ago that it was my baby, but it's all of our babies.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's just not mine. And but she's done really well with this. I mean, you know, if you want to get into the airport, she's got some things going on that really is going to help Greenwood and really
That's
make our airport
terrific.
good.
I tell you what, we're going to hear South Carolina radio news, and we'll be back. Hey, if you've got a question, give us a call, 229-7984. That's 229-7984. I don't know. They might even use some extra sponsors here. Might need a little extra money to put this all together and finish it up. But if you'd like to give them a call, the number is 735-SHOW, SHOW. Is that the number to call on the air show? They also have a website, Air Expo Greenwood, GWD.com. So that's Air Expo GWD.com. Check it out. Hey, I'm Ann Eller. We'll be right back. Don't you go away.
Arg, are you a pirate or a pack rat? Do you have a vacation of a lifetime sitting in the attic? Or a college tuition hung on a wall? Or is a fabulous retirement hidden in your jewelry box? Bring those items to Sharp Facets Gallery. We can establish value and buy from you or sell for you. And so ends another chapter at Sharp Facets Gallery, 72 Bypass, and on the web, sharpfacets.com.
Oh boy, we're right back here, Sharp Facets Gallery this afternoon. It's the Aviation Expo 2013. It is going to be at the Greenwood County Airport, and it is coming up this Saturday, not this Saturday, 2 Saturdays, not this one, the following one, June 22nd from 9 until 3. You got to get out there. This is an excellent event for kids and families to come out and spend the day. Now, let's see, this starts at 9 o'clock in the morning.
9 o'clock.
Stan, what's going to be starting first off in the morning?
Well, basically from about 8:30 on, there'll be general aviation aircraft flying in, and that's going to be anything from Cessnas to Pipers to experimentals. You'll have some military airplanes fly in. They'll be just basically any kind of airplane, weird-looking airplanes and all kinds of weird-looking airplanes, but they fly well, you know. But last year, we was very fortunate. We had 84 airplanes fly into this event. And our goal is to top 100, and we don't know whether we'll make it or not. But
and they'll park. They'll actually park and stay there for a while, right?
They'll stay there from the time they get there, generally through the air show. And we've blocked the air show line off so that these airplanes park in where you can walk up and look at them. We actually don't, touch them and stand on them and things like that. But for the most part, they're there for your entertainment. So go up and look at them and
take pictures of yourself right next to the plane.
Whatever you want to do. And so they'll come in and they'll park and they just enjoy the whole day is what they do, and they'll stay.
Well, people that do fly-ins, that's what they do. They come and hang out and meet each other and catch up on things that have been going on.
And fly out. And that's the show. We feel like that's part of the show there, is the guys flying in, and we want to make them feel that they are part of the show.
Sure.
So, and we have,
let's see, I know are you going to have, it says something about some plane rides. Are you going to have some plane rides?
We do. We
okay.
have.
Well, that's exciting.
We have open cockpit steerman, which if you've seen our poster, it's actually on the top right of our poster. Open cockpit steerman is a World War I trainer airplane.
That's the one people stand on the wings, right?
That's correct. And I don't know if you can stand on it, but I imagine they will let you if you want to. No, they really wouldn't, but we'll say that. And
I'd like to take a ride on that now.
But he wings over Greenville. He comes down with his airplane. He's got a great airplane, and there's only one person that can go in that. And the age limit to fly with the airplanes, I think, is 8 years old.
That's the youngest.
That's the youngest you can go. And
is there an age limit on the upper end, Stan?
No, ma'am. If your heart can take it, let it go. So, but now that's open cockpit. Now we're going to have two 172s come in, and that's a general aircraft Cessna airplane, and they're going to be giving rides as well.
Now, this will be a charge for this, I presume?
All the airplane and possibly a helicopter ride is a charge. The airplane ride, the Stearman open cockpit is $50, and the 172s is $35.
That's cool.
Yeah, and we're trying to keep it. And if we get the helicopters, we're trying to get a helicopter in here. We don't know whether it's going to make it or not, but we're trying. And I think I forgot their price, but they're
In the
$40,
same price.
$45 range, somewhere
The same
along in
price
there.
range.
Yes, and so and they're pretty. That's pretty neat. We want to have those. We have a car show going on.
I knew there was something to do with cars in this show.
Well,
you're going to have the antique cars.
we're going to have all the car clubs here, local car clubs. They are coming, and they have invited all their friends, and we have people coming in from all over. We're Greenville, Anderson, Columbia, with their automobiles. There's supposed to be some motorcycles coming. I don't know. I know the Harley group's been invited. I don't know who all's been invited with that, but we're shooting for 100 automobiles as well.
Wow.
And
Now, one of the things there is, the only real charge, though, if you want to come out for the day, is a parking charge. Is that right?
It is a parking charge. We debated on how to do this. You charge by the person. How do you do this? Here's the deal: the air show cost a lot to put on.
Okay.
And we've been real fortunate. We went out, and a lot of the people in the community have ended up, and they brought this air show here. But we still needed a little bit more. So what do? Do we charge by the person? How do you do it? And what we said was we was hoping a whole family would come. We want the family.
Sure.
Okay? I mean, we want you to bring your kids. We want you to bring everybody. Bring grandma and grandpa. Everybody come on out and have a good time. And what we thought was, well, we just charge for a car. Whatever a car is, that's what we'll charge. And we come up with a $5 parking fee is the way we put
It's
it. But
very, very reasonable, Stan.
we're trying to keep it cheaper than you can go to McDonald's, I mean, so that's what we're trying to do, and we want you to come out and have a good time. But, it is expensive to put this on, so, we're having to charge a little bit.
Well, $5 is very reasonable. There's not much you can do where you can go out and get all this entertainment. Now, the one thing I did want to bring up, because people think, if you go out to the airport, there can be a lot of walking. But what do you have to make it easy for people to be able to go from their car to any location there?
And what this is something we started last year.
It's a lifesaver.
We hope we've developed it better this year so it works better, because last year, we had a lot of walking. It is a lot of walking, but still we've got 2 vans, Enterprise car rental
And don't you have
vans.
some golf carts?
We do, and then that'll get you from the parking lot into the place, and then from there we've got golf carts. We've got 2, 3, possibly even up to 5, depending on what's going on. Golf carts moving around the whole place. They'll make a little loop, and you just get on one and go.
Very, very nice. I mean, I enjoyed that last year. You made it really easy. Because if it's hot, you want to not get too hot trying to walk. And if you've got people that would love to come, but they go, I can't walk that far, they need to know that it's not that much walking. Yes, you could walk a lot, but you could also not walk that much.
The people that want to be healthy and walk, they can do that. But I tend to want to ride.
So you commandeered one of the golf carts and claimed it as your own, and if somebody else gets on it, oh well.
That's about right.
Well, I'm going to catch up with you, Stan, that's for sure, when I come out there to check all this out. So we've got that. But then we also have the radio-controlled planes. That'll be going on. Stan, Doug, can you tell us a little bit about that?
Well, last year we had around 40 pilots. This year we're hoping to do over 50. We've invited over 12 clubs throughout the upstate, and we're hoping to put on a good show. We're gonna have something in the air the entire time the event's on.
Well, it's fascinating because just as one takes off or you have 2 or 3 in the air, I mean, it just looks like a very busy airport out there with the radio-controlled automobiles.
It does tend to get congested, but, we've all been doing this a good long time, and there will be several of us that'll monitor things and keep things safe for everybody. But, yeah, we're going to...
Is that the control tower? You get out of the air?
Yes. Well, you know, it's just, you know, I mean, we have a space constraints,
Sure,
and we have
yeah,
to stay
absolutely.
within, you know, our confines so that we don't get tangled up with the big boy aircraft, and so we'll have several out there monitoring things and all. But yeah, we hope to have a ton of airplanes on display and a lot of flying going on for entertainment.
And I tell you what's really neat about the planes is the fact that you can go up and talk to the pilots, you can talk to the families, they're all set up there and they've got all their gear and everything set out there, but they love to talk about their planes,
Absolutely.
They love to talk about how they fly them and all this type of thing. So it really is something, it's a great way just to see things in action, and for kids I think this would be phenomenal for them to see that there's hobbies out there that still exist like this. You can fly real planes. You don't have to fly video games, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. RC flying is a true family-oriented sport, and there's not a lot of those left.
Absolutely, yeah.
You know, this is something that, you know, a father can take his son and he and them can have quality time to go out and be together and enjoy each other's company and enjoy aviation at the same time. And it really is a true family-oriented sport. And we love it. We love it.
Absolutely. Now, you've got this thing starting at 9 o'clock on Saturday, June 22nd. My question is there going to be any food out there?
There is. There's food vendors.
Okay, well, there you go. Now we got everything covered here. What you got for food?
We've got a good number of people. We've got I've got Boy Scout, the Cub Scout Troop Pack 270. They provide hot dogs and barbecue. I've got Chick-fil-A.
Mm-hmm.
They'll be doing chicken sandwiches and I think nuggets. Greenwood Sandwich Shop will be doing sandwiches. I've got Dwight Herring. He does the pigskins and nachos and French fries.
So you got something for everybody.
I do. Try to.
That's right. That's right. Well, that's pretty cool. So, and you also are going to have the Greenwood Sheriff's Office is going to do a demonstration, right?
We have the Greenwood Sheriff's Office. I don't know exactly what they're doing. They're set up out there.
They bring in the command center.
They're bringing the command center and
That's always good.
talking some of that, telling us all about that. The kids love that. We're highlighting the volunteer fire departments again this year. Last year we had them kind of in a different place, but we've kind of moved them up, got them up front. The Cornaca Volunteer Fire Department, Northwest Volunteer, they're supposed to be doing a demo along with the Sheriff's Office. I got EMS on site. They will be there for our safety, but also they'll be answering questions, and South Carolina Highway Patrol is supposed to be there as well. So we're covered with our
Well, that's really nice.
our community services.
Absolutely. Well, I tell you what, let's hear a quick word from our sponsors. When we come back, we're going to be talking more about flying out there at the Greenwood County Airport. Only $5 per car. What a bargain. It is the last weekend of the Festival of Flowers. This is one of their events. You got to put it on the calendar. You got to go. It's coming up. So don't go away. I'm going to be right back here. I'm with Stan Stockman and Doug Vess. We'll be right back. Oh, that's right. We are right here. Sharp Facets Gallery. It's a beautiful afternoon out here. And, of course, we're talking about the Aviation Expo that's coming up June 22nd. Now, that's a week from this Saturday. You are going to want to put that on the calendar because they're going to have so many good events. From the radio-controlled planes to the EMS to the Hall of Heroes to got the Sheriff's Department, the car and bike show. But, you know, one thing we haven't talked about here, we haven't talked about the Experimental Aircraft Association. Can you tell us a little bit about that, Stan?
Yes, I'll be glad to. The Experimental Aircraft Association is designed, was originally founded based off people who build airplanes, you know, in their garage, at their home, you know, and fly. And it's really big today. They are safe, they're good. But what the Experimental Aircraft Association has evolved into is not only home building an airplane, but also into more of the general aircraft flying, things like that. And that's the club that we have out here at the airport. The Flying Club is a chapter of the EAA, and we get insurance through it. There's a lot of things we do get through that. But
you need insurance if you're flying in an experimental plane.
that's what you think. But there's a lot of airplanes that will be here at this event that was built in people's garage. And
For real?
It really is, and you can't tell them apart. I mean, you won't be, if you search experimental, they're airplanes built by somebody, and this is the way I explain it. A certified airplane like a Cessna is built by somebody who gets paid and really don't care about their job. But an experimental airplane is built by somebody who loves their airplane and loves to fly. So they're going to build theirs right because they're going to be the ones sitting in the seat.
Now, how many people are members of this club, roughly?
I would say roughly 30 people, and we have an active base of 20 people that come to the meetings. It's been real good out there lately. The turnout has been phenomenal for us. We've been real good. We're trying to do something fun every month and talk about airplanes. So
doesn't get any better than that, does it?
It doesn't for me.
Somehow I knew you would say that, Stan. Well, we have just been having a good time. Now, you wanted to talk about the PA system that you have been able to have out there so everybody will be able to hear what's going on.
That's right. To make an air show good, you've got to have a big PA system. And we got a friend, he's very supportive of the Hall of Heroes, and his name's Rick Harmon, and he runs Good Time Karaoke. But he's coming out. He's just become a good friend to aviation and to the Hall of Heroes. He does a great job. He's got a heck of a sound system, and we're going to be jamming out there pretty good, and we're going to be having a lot of fun. But that's one of the good things is, during the air show, you want people to hear what's being said, and he's coming out and he'll be set up, and there'll be fun music going on all day, and then he'll stop and break. He'll put music on and go do the Hall of Heroes, and he announces for that too. So, he's been a big help to us, and we really want to thank him and appreciate the work that he does for us and our service, our guys in the military.
We just lost Skip Shelton, and I certainly hope that you're able to say a little prayer out there for Skip, because I tell you what, I've interviewed him several times, and what a force. And when you talk about aviation and everything, to me it seems like Skip's name just has to come up and be part of that.
And you're absolutely right. Skip has been around, and like I say, yes, we're very saddened that we lost him, and but we're very blessed to have known him.
Actually,
he had all kinds of stories, and Skip's always been a big part of Greenwood and Greenwood Aviation. Like you say, a lot of times when you get telling stories, his name generally rolls out.
Absolutely. So I know that Skip would love to have been at this show.
He was there last year, and I know he would have been there this year as well.
He will be there in spirit.
Yes.
Yes, he will. So this is what's going on, the Aviation Expo 2013. If you have a question and want more information, two ways to get it at this point. airexpogwd.com. That's airexpogwd.com. And, of course, if you want to give them a call, 864-735-SHOW, Air Show. So 735-SHOW. Give them a call out there. They'd love to talk to you. You've done a phenomenal job to have come this far from last year when you just had the success of the first show to now actually be having an air show. The air show actually starts at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. You're going to have the aerobatic planes. You're going to have a world-famous aerobatic here, Gary Ward. So you don't want to miss this. All the things you have to do on Saturday for the Flower Festival. You better not miss the Aviation Expo. Only $5 per car. That is phenomenal, unheard of price, and what a great thing. And I'm sure if you can see your way to give them a little extra, they'd probably take that too, because this has been a big undertaking, hasn't it?
We really are pleased with what we do. We don't want to charge no more than we have to. We do want to make it a family event, and we wanted it to be free, but just couldn't make that ends meet.
Well, I tell you what, for $5, if you can load up the car, anybody that's in that car
That's
can
right.
get in. Kind of reminds me of going to the drive-in back in the day, doesn't it?
That's right.
Where they load them all up. So you're going to get out there. You're going to have a good time. You've got lots of good things planned. It starts at, 9 o'clock.
5 o'clock.
And you're going to have planes flying in and flying out. You'll be able to take plane rides, maybe even a helicopter will be there. My preferred one would be the biplane? What's that one that's going to be? Stearman that's going to be there. That would be my preferred one to just kind of glide through here and see how it is. That'd be pretty cool. Huh?
It is
Yeah,
cool.
it is cool. So if you've got the time, they've got the show for you. It's the Aviation Expo 2013 at the Greenwood County Airport. Don't miss it. By the way, we forgot to mention, the first 50 kids are going to receive a free Fuji camera. And what were you telling me about Chick-fil-A? They were going to have some type of drop there or something?
Chick-fil-A, I know everybody's seen the commercial where they have the cows on the parachute. Well, we've got a little small toy that does that. So
You're not going to be dropping live cows? Is that what
not
you're telling me?
but it's something the kids will enjoy.
Absolutely. So make sure you're there. Hey, Stan and Doug, thank you so much for coming out here today.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, thank
Absolutely.
you.
And we'll be talking more about that. We're going to see if we can't get an interview with Gary Ward, and we'll be able to play that for you. So that's going to do it for us. This is WCRS right here in Greenwood. Bye-bye, everybody.